Peace Collective. Today we are talking about spirit animals and what are their purpose in your life, and also how do you know which animal has chosen you and which animal you have chosen from a spirit vantage point. So let's get right into it. The purpose of spirit animal guides, it's that they have certain attributes in this lifetime that are guiding you to your highest version of self. What you have set out for yourself to achieve, what goal you want to reach as a soul, the animals that you work with, their spirit, is ultimately guiding you and showing you their attributes to be able to achieve what your higher self set for you on the earth plane experience to achieve within self. Now, that is the purpose of working with spirit animals. How do you know that a particular animal has chosen you? I am of the mind that there is one animal that walks with us for the entire duration of our lives until we've been able to achieve what we desire. Now, I want to also state that there are many other animals, the spirit of animals that we can work with in our lifetime to help us achieve different goals, right? So you're not stuck with one and done and that's it. However, for me, I'm going to use eagle as an example, okay? Eagle is one where it rises to high heights. It flies above the rest. And it can also swoop down real low to catch its prey. The reason why I'm bringing up eagle is because I think a lot of you need to hear this. See, in life, there's certain experiences where we swoop down low, right? In order to essentially clear out the parasitism that needs to be cleared out. And when we are doing the internal work, diving down to those depths can be dangerous. And it can be dangerous to the point that if it's not timed correctly, if it's not pinpointed correctly, right? When you're going to, essentially surprise opposition, it could be your demise, right? And so, eagle not only speaks of the intelligence of when is the perfect time to swoop down and catch their prey, but also the intelligence of working with higher mind, higher self. And as you are working with your higher mind and higher self, you can see what's going on. And you may not, from the human construct, your human vessel may not necessarily have uh, the full insight, right, into what your higher self is leading you to do, but understand that your higher self is not leading you to a situation where it's going to be a demise. It's actually leading you to your greatest victory, to your greatest version. Okay? And so ego teaches you to, one, rely on your senses, rely on what your spirit is, where your spirit is guiding you, and where your spirit is ultimately allowing you to sweep down into those depths to be able to clear out the degradation that's on those pathways that are trying to hold your spirit back. And then you can lift back up, being free above the chaos and the noise of what parasites and your enemies have tried to ensnare you. It is about being quick-witted minded, of the quick-minded self. Okay, it's teaching you those attributes of, hey, it may seem like you're alone, but you're never alone. It speaks to aligning with the divine, with divinity. Eagle is such a beautiful animal to have. For an example, we also have a giraffe. A giraffe can teach you patience. It can teach you to have foresight, that what is going on in your life currently, it is not all that there is to see. You can see above the noise. keep on track to your goals, your dreams, your desires that are in alignment with the Creator, with God. And as you move slowly, you are making progress that you can see something that others cannot. So the animals and the purpose for them are all different. And you can have one particular animal that watches over you over and over. And usually, I feel like this animal makes itself known as a child. And then through life circumstances, there are other animals that come in to assist with whatever problem that you may have or situation. So now they can also show you and teach you their attributes. I do believe that it is a mutually beneficial relationship between the animals and the beings that they guide. And they, in return, get something from us. Am I going to sit here and say specifically what I know they get from us? No, because we are all unique beings and we all have our own journey to walk. But I do feel, because Spirit came through and stated the animal usually that resides with you is usually an animal that speaks to a tribe that your spirit has had in another life, right? And they don't want to get too deep into it, but it's usually like a tribal animal, a tribal animal that it's not necessarily the tribes in this lifetime. Okay, it's what, like, a spirit tribes is the best way to describe it. Your soul family, and those animals speak to the connections that your higher self has with that tribe, your soul family. So it's it's like a beautiful badge that you wear, and they guide you because they are also part of that soul family. So there's a beautiful mutually beneficial relationship that takes place, and I just wanted to share this beautiful insight from me in Spirit. And if you're curious to see the services that me and the Divine offer, you can go to www.mamarain.org. Take care, y'all, from me in Spirit. Peace.